Dr. Hewitt, you have been assigned to SCP-1678 with immediate effect as a researcher.
Hello, my name is Dr. Alistair Hewitt, and if you're seeing this, then you will have level 3 clearance or higher. If you don't, then you will be eligible for immediate termination. You have been warned. Today's SCP that we will be looking at is SCP-1678 on London. As you can see from my previous video, I have been officially assigned as a researcher to London. Item number SCP-1678. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1678 remains only partially contained. Mobile Task Forces Tau 4 and Epsilon 6 have succeeded in establishing a defensible perimeter around the Hyde Park District area of SCP-1678, with cases of SCP-1678-A largely ceasing their attacks on the perimeter of the Foundation-held area. A long-term research base is currently under construction, and Mobile Task Force commanders are preparing an assault on the SCP-1678 Natural History Museum with the intent of capturing a forward command post to direct their defensive efforts. Current short-term aims involve the capture of and extension of the defensible perimeter to the SCP-1678 Natural History Museum and research and to ascertain the origins, construction, and weaknesses of SCP-1678-A entities. Long-term aims involve efforts to halt, hinder, or control the production of SCP-1678-A entities, and to assault the SCP-1678 Houses of Parliament, where the being, entity, or intelligence responsible for the creation of 1678 is believed to reside, and to capture and contain the aforementioned being. Description: SCP-1678 is a full-scale mirror image reconstruction of the British city of London, located exactly 1 kilometre underneath the original city of London. Currently, only the Hyde Park district of SCP-1678 has been explored, but all buildings, at least within the explored district, correlate exactly to their surface counterparts in terms of location, as well as exterior size and shape, although rarely in terms of architecture, building materials, and interior layout. The city has been constructed to resemble the city when it was in the Victorian era, with constructions designed to resemble traditional gas lighting prevalent on the streets, and with all modern buildings in the original city of London being represented in a Victorian style of architecture, most notably the skyscrapers of the business district. Illumination is infrequent and unreliable, and it is unknown how SCP-1678 has acquired a steady oxygen and gas supply. SCP-1678 is believed to have been constructed instantaneously by unknown means, with SCP-1678 Houses of Parliament serving as the epicenter for the construction process. This is evident by the fact that the distance from the House of Parliament increases. As the distance from the House of Parliament increases, there is exponentially increasing frequency of flaws in the construction of SCP-1678, such as houses being built entirely out of copper pipes and other unconventional materials. Gas lights being little more than metal rods topped with floating orbs of light. Buildings containing no floors, and at the furthest point explored distance from the epicenter, no windows or doors. Aside from Foundation occupants in cases of SCP-1678-A, B, and C, SCP-1678 is believed to be uninhabited. SCP-1678 is believed to have been constructed with the intent to harbour survivors of an XK-class end-of-the-world event. This is evident by the audio recording that will activate upon a person's entering to the city. Playing audio now.
Fellow citizens, if you are hearing this tape, then the world as we knew it has finished. The sky has broken, the ground heaves with the tramp of terror. its vengeance on the world of man. Those who sought to contain them are killed or scattered, and we soon learned that to attempt to fight these creatures is almost invariably to face one's death. Countless billions have been slaughtered in their attempt to sate their endless appetite for death. And there is nothing we could do to stop them. Evil has raised its bloody flag upon all nations of the world and its unholy victory to the broken sky. And yes, this is the end. But there is a new hope. Welcome to Un-London, a city of the survivors, a city of the free. Together, fellow citizens, we will wait and prepare for the new beginning, and the grand new world that is soon to come. Let the world above burn, we will endure. Let the monsters have their world, we will prepare. And let the ground tremble with a new Armageddon as evil consumes itself. For I tell you, citizen, upon the day of the ruination of man, their insatiable appetites will turn them against one another in their endless lust for death. We will wait. And I tell you, citizen, that there will be a new morning, and you will emerge from Un-London, stand blinking in the sun as our children laugh in the bones of horrors long dead. And you will walk hand in hand to the sea, our faces skyward as the rising sun ushers in the new age of man. And you will gather, citizen, at my feet as I summon Un-London from its rest. And it shall burst, phoenix-like from the ashes of the old. And on that day, citizen, there shall be a new order as we raise the Union flag over the entire world. I welcome you to Un-London, the last city and the first.
Next, we will be looking at the audio miscellaneous. The following message is relayed on the end of every hour.
The time is o'clock. All is well.
On approaching any bank or police station,
Citizen, you are entering a restricted area. Have your authorization papers ready. A Bobby will arrive to escort you shortly.
warning, a single instance of SCP-1678-A will be summoned. On being cited by a case of SCP-1678-A,
Halt! Police! Drop your weapons. Come on now, let's be having you. Police! Don't run!
randomly once per hour. The messages that are following are samples selected of the 1678 observed audio recordings.
No one is safe from the influences of mimetic beings. Have yourself assessed today. You could be possessed by a mimetic horror and not even know it. Psych assessments are free and easy. Visit a clinic today. Do you find light uncomfortable? Identifying a cortex worm infection early makes it possible to remove. Speak to your doctor today. Have you noticed anyone acting oddly? Tell a Bobby immediately. Crime will not be tolerated in Un-London. I warn you, the tormentors of society will become its defenders. Evil can walk in human form and human flesh. Stay vigilant. Are you frequently anxious or depressed. It could be a symptom of the pattern screamer's influence. Notify a Bobby immediately. Ensure you are well rehearsed in breach protocols. There is no excuse for panic or confusion during drills. Can't make ends meet? Do not be ashamed. Bryson's Home for the Poor is here to help. I rule in the interest of the many, not the few. There will be no special privileges. Swelling and abnormal growths are an early sign of the slaver's man's possession. Report any abnormal sickness to your doctor immediately.
And finally,
each and every one of you is responsible for the safety of London and its citizens. Be watchful.
most explored buildings within SCP-1678 appear to have been outfitted for the purpose of extremely dense inhabitation, with closely grouped steel bunk beds, a common feature in any building suitable for the purpose. Foundation researchers have been advised that most explored buildings within SCP-1678 are unfit for human habitation due to the high ponderance of mold, damp, and poor conditions within these buildings. Some buildings are outfitted for other purposes, most notably SCP-167's version of the Natural History Museum, which features an exhibit titled The Fall of Man and contains representations of several known SCP entities, and images and artwork depicting apocalyptic settings. The key threat posed by SCP-1678 is by the entities referred to in some SCP-1678 audio recordings as bobbies. Bobby is a known Victorian-era slang term for a policeman, henceforth referred to as SCP-1678-A. These entities are constructed out of human corpses crudely dismembered at the head, wrists, knees, and elbows, and are reassembled using simple industrial hinges and screws. The heads are always wrapped in bandages, and they are dressed in similar to a Victorian-era police, and are extremely hostile towards Foundation personnel, attacking them on site with improvised weapons. These attacks are always preceded by SCP-1678-A emitting a noise similar to that of a policeman's whistle, and all loudspeakers within 100 meters emitting the audio recording "Police, halt, criminal." Instances of SCP-167-A are extremely resilient to damage, with only high-caliber rounds and explosive weapons proving sufficient to destroy them. They are believed to originate from the building named Bryson's Home for the Poor, as evidenced by the inmate-style jumpsuits worn under the uniform. To what extent they interact with other SCP-1678 entities is unknown. SCP-1678-B Overview. Role Surveillance, aka Eyes in the Sky. Cases of SCP-1678-B are biomechanical constructs which resemble that of a small avian life form. They are composed of a central mass of red organic matter stitched together with a copper exoskeleton that resembles a spine and wing bones. The head has been demonstrated to be a small video camera, and remnants of feathers and plastic on the exterior suggest that they were once intended to resemble pigeons. Cases of SCP-1678-B are known to possess no offensive or destructive capabilities, yet they're able to track task force movements and should not be underestimated, as it is currently unknown if they are capable of communicating or summoning cases of SCP-1678-A. Cases of SCP-1678-B are relatively simple to contain or destroy, yet their large numbers make their observation of Foundation activities extremely difficult to stop. Occasional posters throughout the Foundation explored area allude to their existence. These posters display an image of a small pigeon observing criminal activity beneath the title,
On London's eyes in the sky, along with a small message to the effect that anyone destroying or vandalising the eye in the sky will face 6 weeks in the redacted unit. An overview of SCP-1678-C, role unknown, aka Wretch. Cases of SCP-1678-C resemble a humanoid figure dressed in rags. They appear to be of old age and are usually, but not always, female. They have always been encountered outside of Foundation-held areas. There have been very few direct encounters with SCP-1678-C entities, and it is currently unknown how many exist or what level of threat they pose to Foundation security or safety. Encounters typically feature cases of SCP-1678-C sitting on the street corner with a begging dish, whereupon they will attempt to attract pity or mercy from any member of the Foundation personnel within proximity, with pleading, begging for food or money. Supplying the case of SCP-1678-C with food will cause them to begin weeping before dematerializing with a burst of dense black smoke. Foundation personnel are currently under instruction not to interact with them. They are briefly alluded to in a SCP-1678 audio recording. Do not pity the wretch. Allow them to pay the price of their betrayal for eternity. Remember, citizen, on the day that London rises, I shall reward the loyal, but traitors will be forever damned. And apologies for not having the audio recording, the file does seem to be corrupted. An overview of SCP-1678-D. Role Food Supply, aka Dr. Goody's Wonder Food. SCP-1678-D is believed to be the primary food source offered in the event that SCP-1678 receives a full-scale occupation. SCP-1678-D is freely available from steel vending machines installed in virtually every building or structure outfitted for the purpose of a habitation. The vending machines are upright steel pumps similar in size and shape to a modern petrol pump, containing a slot for receiving coins, a flexible rubber hose ending in a trigger-operated nozzle that will deploy half a litre of SCP-1678-D upon the appropriate payment. All vending machines display the legend, Dr. Goody's Wonder Food, alongside an image of a smiling child enjoying a bowl of SCP-1678-D, and text bubbles advertising that SCP-1678-D costs just a farthing a bowl. That's it. Contains all the nutrients you need and completely restores health and vitality. It has proven to be extremely addictive, and cases of SCP-1678-B and C and an unknown species of coloured mollusk has been observed feeding on any spillages. SCP-1678-D is a synthetically charged starch gel heavily enriched with various minerals, vitamins, fats, and bulking agents. In addition to this, it contains several unknown molecular structures and various engineered DNA helixes carried within the synthetic cellular structures. It has the same consistency and taste as porridge. As advertised, it contains all nutrients necessary for short-term survival. However, Foundation researchers have advised that over a period of more than 6 weeks, users of SCP-1678-D will become dangerously underweight due to the low levels of fat and protein within SCP-1678-D, and are at a strong likelihood of contracting illnesses such as scurvy if survival is attempted by consuming SCP-1678-D alone. SCP-1678-D appears to be purposely engineered to manipulate the psyche of the regular consumer through a mixture of an unknown molecular compound. Regular consumers are more obedient to authority, less likely to commit random acts of violence, are less likely to engage in sexual intercourse, have a reduced capacity for fear or panic, and constantly high morale.
In addition, it also engineers side effects such as depressive symptoms and headaches if a subject suddenly abandons consuming SCP-1678-D. Due to the difficulty of creating food within SCP-1678, SCP-1678-D would serve as a primary food source if in the event of a large-scale habitation. Foundation personnel are forbidden to consume SCP-1678-D even in small amounts. Not all vending machines produce SCP-1678-D to the same quality, with some of the machines deploying corrupted forms and have induced severe mental illness or physical abnormalities or death within the consumer. It is currently unclear what entity, being, or intelligence is responsible for the creation of and maintenance of SCP-1678. It is unclear as to what disaster SCP-1678 is being prepared for. Now, thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. If you wish to see the full videos, I upload them onto YouTube a week after their upload. Have a lovely day. I'm Dr. Hewitt, signing off.